Hey team,
Hey, what's up, guys?
Brian and Kenya, and in this video, we want to talk to you guys about the Sharif strategy. I know that a lot of you have asked us, can you please train on the Sharif strategy without Davin's four rules? So this video, we actually are going to focus on that. And I'm really excited because we've backtested this strategy to really just look at the historical data to see when you backtest a strategy, you basically go back in time and you look at the historical data of a strategy to see how viable it is before actually risking your real capital. So I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to point out some setups because entry is always the question. When do you enter? Or I entered and it still kept going negative, or people get pulled back and they get scared. So I've had a lot of success with this strategy. I did combine it with Davin's four rules, but honestly, you could trade this strategy by itself and it absolutely works. And I think what a lot of people like is that it is very simple. You're not looking at a lot of time frames. So Brian is more of a price action trader, and I'm actually transitioning into price action trading, which I'm loving, but it's only been because of my experience with IML. Like indicators, I fell in love with when I first started, right?
Yep.
And Brian used to try to teach me price action, and I just could not get it for anything. So I feel that a strategy like Sharif strategy, all these other strategies we learned, the web analyzer, the harmonic scanner, I feel like it's great for new people. That's just my opinion. If you're a professional trader, you can talk about IMO all you want, but this company is the bomb. I'm sorry, hands down, because I would not feel as confident as I feel right now had I not gone. Just that my progression has been crazy. Like, I'm so happy. And Brian can even tell you, like,
Right, yeah.
I used to talk to Brian and I was like, this strategy is the bomb. And Brian would look at me like, all those indicators, your screen look crazy.
And you know what? Indicators is really cool. But, when I've been trading for about 3 to 4 years before Kenya and I even joined IML, and I used to trade futures. And what I used to do is trade in the strategy of a price action. So I would look in the past to determine what I would enter, create a support and resistance line, and then I would enter a trade. And I did know about indicators such as the stochastic, MACD, RSI, even Fibonacci, and I would use that sometimes. But you know what, like she said, these strategies are really good for newbies because it takes all the guessing out. If someone tells you, hey, get in at this point when all the things are set up, then you get in. So this is really excellent to start learning if you're a newbie or if you don't have an idea about trading. And then you progress as you learn and learn more things. You incorporate all of those things together and you become an awesome trader.
Like, I'm finally starting to understand price action trading, and IML teaches you that, but I just didn't know it, honestly. I was so stuck on basics for a while, and I was like, I want to do price action. I think I want to do it. And I started slowly doing it without realizing it, but the intermediate and advanced academy area teaches you all of that. All you have to do is watch it over and over and over again, and you slowly start to put all these different things together. So my advice is that if you're new, allow yourself to be new. Allow yourself to be new. And if you are using a strategy, your strategy works. So don't get discouraged. You have to practice and demo it enough, back test it so that you understand when it works, when it doesn't work, what is the best time frame for you, what's the best currency, all these different things. That's what's part of your trading plan. So let's go ahead and I'm going to point out a currency pair to you really quickly. And we're going to talk about this. Now, this week, we're going to be doing live trading with Sharif's strategy. I'm super excited. Sharif is on soon. So we will do this together. And you can incorporate the growth plan. But guys, with a simple strategy like this, you can cover your monthly subscription.
Right.
You only need to make a minimum of $10 a day to cover your monthly subscription. All right. And when you test this so much, you can do that easily. So let's look at this. Now, we have a document with the Sharif rules that lays out everything, how this strategy works. I'm going to put that in the description for you, all right? Now, if the web analyzer, now this tool gives us high probability trade setups, all right? It doesn't give us an entry price, a take profit, or a stop loss. We incorporate that ourselves. But let me go ahead and remove these support and resistance lines that I have plotted on here earlier. But basically what we did was we went through GBP USD over the weekend and some other time, and we just looked at some good setups. So if this was an alert for a buy, for example, what you're looking for is you're looking for price to close outside of the band. And so you would look for your previous one or two candles, sale candles, to close outside of the Bollinger Band for a buy. Did that happen? Yes. Then you look at your RSI. Did your RSI come down below the 20 level and start to point up? Yes. Okay. And basically, we're just looking at the market being overbought and oversold. You can incorporate other technical analysis as you become better, but this is just so stinking simple. You keep it so stupid simple that it just works. And then if you notice here on your stochastic, you have the blue signal line that comes down below 20, crosses over the red. And when that happened, what happened? You started to have a nice buy. And so let's measure how many pips you would have gained if you had entered, let's say, about right here. So if you even would have stayed in the trade until about right here, that's 21 pips, all right? And then so you can take your profit, you can do a twin trade. What I mean by twin trade, you can enter multiple entries. There's a strategy to twin trading, so we're gonna talk about that in another video. We're also gonna talk to you about risk management, but I wanna just show you guys, when you have these levels set up and you just really go through and look at the historical data, look at where you have these high points and these low points, these swing highs, these swing lows. And you'll notice that you had really good setups. Let's look here. Last one. You had, let me get rid of that. So if you had, let's say, got into a sell alert was called here. Your last two candles were buy candles. It closed outside of the band. That's a confirmation. Your RSI came up to the 80 level and crossed down. Your red signal line came up, crossed over the blue and pointed down. So when everything was confirmed, look what happened. You had a little bit of pullback, okay? But it continued to go short.
You can't be afraid of pullback. A lot of times people get out and get scared and they get out and take that loss, but you have to trust in the system. But all three have to take place in order to get that trade. You can't only just have the Bollinger Band take place, but the RSI isn't where it should be, and so on and so forth.
So this one right here would have been 44 pips, all right? 44 pips. And I'm gonna show you this week how you can trade this strategy and basically trade it risk-free. Now you're gonna have some pullback, that's inevitable, but I'm gonna show you some strategies on what I do to incorporate a risk-free trade. And then too, guys, when you just trade like one currency pair or two currency pairs, the nice thing is that people always say, it's hard to find the setups on the web analyzer. It's not. I used to feel that way too. But when you know what to look for, you will find setups all day long. And guess what? You can ride that currency pair up and down. If we got in here for a sale, price is going to come down. It's going to come down, keep coming down. Then what? It's going to go up for a buy. So when you pay attention to your pairs and you know how they move and what they're doing, and you start to incorporate more analysis and knowledge, you're going to have so many opportunities in the market.
Yep, absolutely makes sense. And when you're new, you want to stick with one to maybe two, maybe three pairs and really fall in love with that pair and understand what's been going on. And once you start understanding that pair, it's almost predictable. But if you're trading all of the pairs, they're all over the place. So try to marry that 1 to 2 pair and understand it and ride it up and down, up and down. I mean, there's so much money out there for you guys to make. But
don't focus on making money. Don't focus on making money.
It's about patience.
I know that sounds, I don't want to go against my husband.
No, it's all about patience. And you want to at least start and make your subscription. And like she said, if you can do $10 a day, you're good. You can cover your subscription, but make sure you understand it and learn as much as you can. Make sure everything is set up. If 2 indicators are set up, but the stochastic isn't, don't get in that trade.
Good point.
Just wait it out. Be patient. Don't rush it.
Don't focus on making money.
That's what trading is all about. Do not rush.
If you focus on making money, you're going to have the financial pressure on yourself and you're not going to trade well. So you need to understand what you're doing and trade to trade well. Once you learn to trade well, you will be profitable over time, but you have to learn what you're doing. So we hope that this is helpful for you, that you understand these setups. We're going to be doing live trading with you guys. If you have questions, drop them on this video. We'll be happy to answer them. Make sure you click subscribe if you're not subscribed to our channel so you can stay up to date on our trainings. Otherwise, we love you all. We'll see you in the next video.
All right.